I welcome you to this shared space. And some of us are attending it live online, and some of us are just listening in to the replay. And either way, it works. But I do highly recommend that we attend live as much as possible because it is where we are most present, engaged, and focused. It's never the same when we listen into recordings, even if the energies are the same. We just somehow feel a little more detached, disengaged. Yeah. So, welcome to this space. And we do have some newcomers, so I would like to introduce myself. I'm Asha. I'm an Akashic Records reader, practitioner for the past 6 years. And I do have a podcast, Demystifying the Akashic Records. It's where you can get a lot of free resources on the Akashic Records, like Akashic Records meditations, frequently asked questions, my own journey of transformation in the Akashic Records, and also all the past case studies on an anonymized basis to give you a flavor how an Akashic Record session typically unfolds. So I have a separate identity. I'm also a lawyer called to the Singapore Bar for 15 years. And I have had the breadth and depth of corporate experience working in law firms, government agency, and a variety of MNCs. And currently, I'm still actively on freelance assignments here and there. So I do believe that, therefore, my experience is very updated, as well as the common challenges that we face in the workplace. So I wanted to come up with this monthly meditation series. It's not in my nature to come up with so many free events, but this year it is very pressing for us because first, the energies are really moving very fast. We call it quantum speed. So it might feel that if last year was fast, this year was even worse. It's like in a few blinks of the eye, we have already come to half a year. How did half a year just left us? Maybe we have a lot of dreams and plans, but half a year has gone. What have we done? We haven't done much and still roughly there. And also that these meditations are different because we are talking about Akashic Records meditations. So whether if you're new to meditation, sometimes we have this misconception. Meditation is just sit there, close our eyes, and trying to do nothing. So it feels like an utter waste of time. When we have so many pressing priorities, our kids are pulling us, our family members calling out for us, we have so many things on our commitments, and then our workload is never ending. How then is meditation even important in this grand scheme of things? But that's the start. Because I've realized for myself, for Akashic Records meditations, I have had my own life-changing experiences, one after another. And that's why I've come back to keep sharing about it, over and over again. Because the Akashic Records, if we can break it down, it's back to an energetic realm where we have access to higher, purer, original frequencies or consciousness. And this is where we invite this original consciousness to come back and gently interact with us, to entrain with us, and let us feel how exactly it feels like. Because for most of our waking lives in an unawakened state, we probably don't really know what that means. A higher, purer frequency, so what? How does it really feel in our own body, living and breathing? And Akashic Records is also very interesting because it is a realm where our divine friends congregate. So we call them pure light divine beings. Some of them are gods and goddesses we know in religion, some of them are not. They're very low profile, probably don't really know them, like a gold goddess. Who on earth is that gold goddess? But we can decipher them as we develop our own sensitivity in our own energies and feel how they feel like in our body. Not just what anybody else say, not just what Asha say, oh, these are pure light divine beings, so therefore I accept. Not true. But we allow ourselves to have this first-hand experience, coming in contact with these energies and how these energies make us feel. And Akashic Records meditations are so useful for two key things. First is the embodiment or entrainment of these energies. As we sit in these meditations or even in this transmission, we allow these original frequencies to start interacting in our energy fields and integrating within us. And within this, it allows almost this gentle interaction to take place. And our energy fields start absorbing them like cells, just drinking up these frequencies. And the more we sit in these meditations, the more it interacts with our energy fields, the more we take on them. Say, for example, if we are often with a very peaceful person, everywhere we go, even if we feel very anxious, but somehow there's this very settling figure that we know that whenever we talk to him or her, we feel very grounded, we feel very calm. And the more we talk to them, the more that wisdom flows, the more we feel peaceful in their presence. And gradually it brushes onto us. And we also cultivate that peace within. It starts to awaken whatever dormant peace we ever had. So it's a similar concept where we sit in these healing containers, whether we realize it or not, this entrainment takes place. And each time we become better. Even as we release our expectations, we don't really know what is the percentage of peace I'm getting, how much better I am compared to last time. But we know each time we sit in it, we are getting better, we are improving. It feels peaceful, it feels like a deeper integration. So the embodiment and entrainment. The second is that Akashic Records knows of no time and space. So the frequencies work. Even if we are apart, even with its online space, we are in different countries, different locations. But in this common space, this virtual space, bound by common intentions, the energies work regardless. And each time, because the Akashic Records energy know of no time and space, that's why when we listen to recording, it's like a fresh transmission over again. And the healing container, the frequencies will then interact with us and a deeper layer of integration each time. So your first experience may not be similar to your second experience. No two experiences are exactly the same. Yeah. So I wanted to share, then we are also focusing on workplace this time. Because from my own first-hand experience on this spiritual journey, I believe we are all awakened to a different degrees, where we realize that, hey, we are no longer just flesh and blood in this earth, that this is the entirety. There's more to us than our physical body. There's this concept of energies around us, this invisible field that is constantly interacting with others. And that maybe for some of us, we are also open to the concept that We are a soul in a multidimensional body. We're not just one lifetime and that's it. But we have had a long journey coming to who we are today, and therefore a long journey ahead, also waiting for us. And workplace is a very interesting focus because it is a very false structure that was being created. So this morning, the divine team actually brought me on a history lesson. Yeah, so they were saying that actually, when Earth was first created, if we could go back to the times, we were just free souls scattered on this planet. Yeah, left to do our own thing. So we would just come to that land, wherever barren land, and this is mine, and then come up with something to try to make a living, try to tap on the resources. So we park ourselves near resources, near waters, near plantation, near trees where the fruits can be harvested. We park ourselves in this area so that we can have a better chance of survival. And then this concept of community then comes in. Because how silly is it for us to do everything when we could have our neighbors, everybody do something? And then whatever I have, you don't have, we trade. And that's where barter trade concept comes in. So if I plant something you don't have, you plant other things, I need that, you need mine, then we change, we exchange. But then along the way, people start getting greedy. Some people want more power, more control over the rest. And when people want all this power and control, then we need people to be obeyed, right? So that there's the leader, then there will be followers. So then comes a lot of conflicts, people rising to power, and then trying to dictate division of labor, how men should operate, how the majority of mankind should operate, so that we people in power get to retain and strengthen our power. That comes in the concept of hierarchy, of authority. One reporting to another, another reporting to another higher authority. So everybody is under control. And not only that, to ensure efficiency as a whole, everybody gets very defined roles. So then it led us to say, for example, the Industrial Revolution is very obvious in the factory line, in the assembly line concept, where we see people in power just having a lot of these industries that they decide is going to create money, to generate wealth for the economy. And then they allocate their people like division of labor. Okay, you or this group go to do with this factory producing this spare part. The other group do this. And then this is where then the concept of money as an exchange starts coming in. No more barter trade. Now it's money. So there's a currency that then binds all of us. Then we find our value through the currency. The work we put in, we get the money. Then in this concept of an industrial revolution or factory concept, everybody gets defined roles again. Everybody has authority to report to. It's a very hierarchical system, and everybody is obeying, except for the few in power. And the few in power, there's more above them until the ultimate power. Yeah. So even in modern times, back now, right where we are no longer in factories, most of us. But hey, the concept is still there. We are still in this, if we need to survive as a normal person in this world, we still need to be in this artificial space. You cannot really be doing your own things elsewhere. Most of the time, you're parked in an enclosed space in an office or wherever you are placed in. You have very defined roles. Yeah, everybody has something they specialize in. So that's our defined roles. And you always have a reporting structure. someone above you to report to. So this is the all these artificial structures that come about. And the workplace is added challenge comes from the fact that we're in a very small space, enclosed space. So if you're someone who's sensitive to your energies, or you have been taking on a lot, you don't really know how to dispose all these energies, what happens is every time you step into the workplace, you're exposing yourself. Your energy fields are there, and the whole world is interacting right beside you with your energies, whether you accept or not is happening. So have you experienced those times, especially if your workplace is extra chaotic, turbulent? There's a lot of gossiping going on, a lot of unhappy people, some conflicts, some tense discussions happening in your background. Your poor energy fields are all open up over there, receiving everything. So have you experienced, you know, in such environments? So for those assignments that I went to that especially chaotic all around me, at the end of the day, I feel so exhausted. I don't even know where the exhaustion comes from. It might just be work as usual, but because so much is going on around me, I feel like I've been run down by a bus, that kind of feeling, like I'm not even me anymore. My mind is scattered, is foggy. I feel so dense, and all I feel is I just want to rush home, lie down, bathe, lie down on the couch and do nothing, just surf, because it's just the mind is just gone. And what I've come to realize is then the added challenge on top of that, your energy fields. If you're dealing with people, wherever there are people, there are problems. That's the reality. Yeah. Because people, why we're dealing with a lot of unawakened people, or people, basically us, we are on our journey of learning. We are not perfect. Hello. So we do make mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes. Yeah, so then we're dealing with people, we're dealing with the problems, the insecurities, the jealousy, the envy, the politicking, the gossiping, the negativity. Everything adds on. And then we have time pressure, whether it's a very external time pressure, internal time pressure, false time pressures. Sometimes they want team to outperform themselves and create all kinds of false time urgencies, and then we feel so good trying to exceed the time given. Like, you give me deadline, I exceed it by a few days, I feel so proud of myself, but in exchange I wear myself down like nothing. And then you think, at the end of the day, why I work so hard, why I'm rushing this time just to make you happy, and then or just to make the person in power happy. But is it really urgent? Actually, most of the time this is an arbitrary deadline that everybody is putting, and then it's amplified by our auric fields. So for example, if we are not mindful of our own energies, so we are not taking care of our energies, and then we don't have a daily practice to clean up the gunk in our energy fields, basically we'll have this problem of a very thin and porous auric field, so a lot of holes. So why like that? A lot of reasons. The main contributors are stress, lifestyle, poor lifestyle, like don't really sleep well, don't really eat well, rarely drink water because they want to go to the toilet, or drink very unclean water, just drink soda water, and stress, negativity. A lot of negativity, like participating in all kinds of politicking and gossiping in the office, and then always feeling that I'm not good enough, I need to do more, I need to buck up. And then this person is bad, that person is evil, everybody is against me. Just always in this mind of like, all things are bad, all things are negative. Yeah, it adds on. And when we don't have a daily practice, it's worse. So a daily practice, the meditation will be quite important. The Akashic Records meditation is important, because it's when we cleanse up the gunk. So our energy field, maybe we are like a feather duster, all open up, peacock. And when we go to the workplace, all the dust from everywhere starts clinging onto our feathers, our energy fields. If we don't clean up every day, then it adds on. Yesterday's one roll over to today, today roll over to tomorrow, and then it becomes a big bomb all around us. And it will reach a stage where sometimes we are so worn, so burnt out, so tired, and in such poor health, we don't really feel we are owning this body. It's like reaching a stage of almost complete exhaustion where we are like walking zombies. Don't even know our thoughts, can't even really feel our feelings, are like so disconnected. That's a sign that hey, we need our daily practice. We have a lot of gunk around our energy fields. We need to clear them up. So then my own experience of Akashic Records meditations have been very life-changing on so many things, and each of which will take a long story to complete. But basically, I've used the Akashic Records to also heal myself out of my autoimmune. And I've also used it to help me to really come to an upgraded presence in the workplace. I used to be someone who's like so quiet, introverted, and take everything on for the team. And feeling that I'm very unrecognized and unappreciated. All day long, I just take on everything. I'm like the loyal follower that takes on everything. And in exchange, for many years, I was suffering from very poor health, almost burnout, and random heart palpitations, chronic migraine. Yeah, my body was just in haywire. I can't even describe. It's just haywire everywhere. And inflamed. Inflammation was the worst everywhere. It's only when I started really not just accessing Akashic Records, but keeping to a daily practice anchored on Akashic Records meditations that results start coming into my life. First, I learned to strengthen and cleanse my energy bodies. And that makes a lot of a difference. We may not, our mind sometimes have problem understanding, but the body feels it. It's like every time I go into a healing container and just commit myself, even on my worst days, I commit myself to doing it. Over time, what I notice is on assignments, even when I'm sent to very chaotic environments, the next day I'm reborn again. It feels like I have this bubble of light around me and it feels stronger. How you know you have a bubble of light is when people's problems and emotions and energies no longer feel like it is right pasted to me. I no longer feel like I almost cannot breathe. Sometimes auric fields are thin and porous. You can almost feel like people's expectation is like all there, all in your face. It's almost like you're dying if you say no. It's like all right there. But when you strengthen your energy fields, it feels like I'm in this bubble of light. Things are still running on as usual, but I feel more and more detached. It's not naivety, it's not ignorance, it's really all just happening there. But I have this bubble of light all around me, protecting me and buffering that space. That space is essential, so I have more clarity. Else, everybody's problems are literally breathing down my neck. I don't even know. When they are like a safe distance away, then when crisis comes in, sometimes urgent work comes in. Oh, urgent, urgent, wow, this is, everything going wrong. Then I have the clarity to just, instead of taking orders, oh, just do this, just do that. And then end up, don't wasting a lot of time running around because somebody else is panicking and being all unclear. I get to just take a few steps back. Okay, problem is this. I just need to do this now, firefight and clear this off. Then we can deal with the longer term remediation, you know. So clarity is very helpful in a lot of work scenarios, which is what we are lacking in this when we are not taking care of our own energies. It's not about intelligence, it's really about coming to a good space, creating that bubble of light and maintaining your daily bubble of light. And soon, what I realize is people start being positively entrained by me. It this is what I didn't expect because honestly I can't be bothered about others. I was just trying to survive at work and receiving my monthly salary. I can't be bothered about, you know, whether others panicking over there benefit from it, but they do over time. When people start coming and acknowledging your calm presence, and then they feel calm talking to you, being with you, and discussing problems with you. And they start being curious what you're doing with your life. Why are you able to maintain this calmness most of the time when all of us are panicking? What exactly are you practicing in your life or doing in your life to get you to where you are? And then you look so radiant every day, whereas all of us look like we are dying and just surviving in this world. You look all radiant like you are basking in a good holiday and sashaying in and then having a good time, walking out for lunch and then coming back again. But all of us look like we're so worn out. What's the difference? What's your magic? The magic is very simple because I took care of myself first. I prioritize my daily Akashic Records meditation. Just so simple. Just so simple. But I do it every day. That's the key. It's not when I need it, I do it because by then it's too late. When I need it, I do it. It's like it helps, but not fully. It takes time. We don't expect a miracle pill that, you know, suddenly sustain bubble of light. It just kind of, depending on where you are at, maybe some patching up. And at every time, it's not because the Akashic Records energies are being stingy. It's just there's a limit to how much we can take on each time without overwhelming our energy bodies. Because when too much happens, you might feel even more exhausted, like a surgery had just went on in your whole energy bodies, 100 holes to repair. Yeah. So that's that. And I want to encourage us. I will be continuing this monthly series for the next couple of months for this year. I'm targeting once a month. Each time we focus on a different topic. And I'm encouraging us to keep staying on. Try your best to attend live online and practice. Allow your mind to be open and receptive to this style of meditation and try it for yourself. Let yourself be your own judge. But before that, we need to practice for a period of time, at least a week, and then you will start seeing the results. For me, I'm very obsessed with something that works. If it works for me, I will keep holding on and keep practicing. Even when the whole world has forgotten about it and moved on to don't know where, I'm still at it. And that makes a whole lot of a difference. That one thing that you stick to it, rain or shine. Yeah, every day. And yeah, so we will just pause right where we are. And because today is a pretty short event, I propose that we go right into the meditation and then to enjoy. Whether it's your first time doing Akashic Records meditations or many times, it doesn't matter. Just open heart and mind and let us take you through this journey. So I welcome all of us to settle into our safe space, close our eyes where we are at, and bring ourselves back, just all our presence back. And taking a few deep breaths. And with each inhalation, we are breathing in the Akashic Records frequencies. And with each exhalation, we are releasing all the dense and discordant energies and emotions, all the unknown baggage weighing us down. And your divine team is all surrounding each of you. And like a circle huddled around you, gently sending the Akashic Records frequencies to your energy fields. And as we breathe, we receive. Allowing the weak tension to fall off all parts of us, the stress to dislodge. And now we visualize this pillar of light around us, covering us like a bubble of light. And this bubble of light may be in any color that presents to you: white, gold, shimmery, surrounding you like an egg. And this bubble of light swirls. And as it spins counterclockwise, it expands and it spins. And that spinning effect helps to cleanse our energy fields, like a removing of the garbage from everyone. The comments, spiteful, negative gossips, the baggage, the conflicts, the drama, everything and anything from others. And this egg around us extends beyond our physical body to cover our invisible energy fields around us, continuing to spin, continuing to draw out all that don't belong. And gradually, the spinning slows as the cleansing stops. And allowing this web of light around us to extend above our crown and connecting to the eternal cosmos above. And at the same time, another light extends beneath our feet, going downwards to connect to the heart of Mother Earth. Like two powerful beams above and beneath us. And in this session, we connect with the divine peace frequencies in the Akashic Records, inviting our divine team to send across the divine peace frequencies into our auric fields, our energy fields now. And just feel yourself resting in this process, in these energies. A soft, gentle focus or gaze at the relevant body parts and relaxing, surrendering to the process. And allowing divine peace to flow into our brain, both hemispheres of the brain, calming our overactive, overthinking mind, the frantic thoughts, soothing them, and divine peace flows down our spine, down each vertebrae of the spine, flushing our spine, soothing or tension, stress, and inflammation lodge in the spine. And the divine peace flows to our hips and buttocks, where a lot of stuck emotions, unprocessed emotions are lodged. Just calming, soothing, and dislodging them. Then flowing to the back of our legs, divine peace to the back of our thighs, our calf muscles, ankles, and feet, and to each toe in our feet. Calming and soothing the tension, the overactivity, the stress lodged here. And releasing any fears of moving forward in life, of feeling stuck. Inviting divine peace from our feet to rise up to the front of our legs as divine peace intertwines with the front part of our legs and kneecaps, easing and soothing the tension wherever it goes. And allowing divine peace to move up our root chakras, our sacral chakras, these entire sections of our body. And a lot of fears, inertia, resistance, suppressed emotions are all lodged here. As divine peace flows in and gently intertwines and merges with us. It dislodges what is ready to go. And soothing these parts of our body. As divine peace flows into our stomach, our abdomen, soothing the stress, the tension, the anxiety. And divine peace moves to our heart as it flows into all four chambers of our heart space. And our heart is a repository of so much trauma, unhealed wounds, fears. And divine peace gently intertwines and holds space. And sometimes this isn't like a forceful dislodgement of what no longer serves, but it's like a gentle embrace and acknowledgement that you are here. I'm here with you. It is safe. Take all the time you need to heal and process. There is no rush. And divine peace then flows to our lungs, where a lot of pent-up anxiety is stored, creating space, soothing the lungs. As divine peace flows up to our throats, so gently soothing our throats, all the fears of speaking up, of showing up for ourselves, all the fears of judgment, of criticism, of failure. as divine peace acknowledges and soothes and divine peace rises up to our face, soothing our jaws, our teeth, or the clenched and tight muscles in this area, or the pent-up stress. Divine peace flows into our eyes, our eye sockets, relaxing our eye muscles, assuring it is safe to let our guard down, and flowing to our forehead, our hair, top of the head, relaxing all stress and tension. And inviting divine peace to flow into our blood, our cells, our plasma in the body, as these little balls of light, these little strands of light start weaving within us and braiding with us. And know that as we breathe, it lights up within us more and more divine peace braiding within us in various parts of our body. And when divine peace fills up our physical body, then it continues to again extend outwards where it came from to other layers of our energy fields around us and braiding more and more with these energy fields. And as we sit in this expanded bubble of light, your divine team would like to share the divine love frequencies as well. Just beaming them from top down and directly to your heart. And they want to remind us how loved you are by them. And as we relax, the divine love gently breathes and finds its way into our heart space and other parts of our body that needs love right now. It might be the throat, the eyes, the brain, the heart, or anywhere else that you feel. And they say, blessing you in your journey ahead. May you have a beautiful, magnificent, miraculous day and week waiting for you. And with that, we seal the energies that we receive in this healing container as your team steps back. And know that each time you listen to the recording, a deeper integration happens. And with that, we extend our gratitude and appreciation to our team for all the work that they gently coordinate quietly in the background. And as we bring ourselves back to our own body, our place, our space where we started this meditation, bring our consciousness fully back into our physical body. And take all the time you need as you take deeper breaths to center yourself back fully before you open your eyes.